Hello, Lily.
Hi, Kathrin.
And thank you for assisting in explaining a little bit more what shamanism is and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great starting point, is to talk about shamanism in general and what that means and what it means to be a shamanic practitioner.
Mm-hmm. Big question, isn't it? So let's start with the word shaman. With the word shaman, shaman comes out of the Siberian word language and means the person who sees in the dark, or the person who sees with the heart. That's the reference towards working with the hidden world of the non-physical wisdom in our world. And a shaman is an ancient term, and in each culture they were having something called a medicine woman or a medicine man or the healer or something like this. And in the Western world, in the 20th and 21st century, we just use the shaman for those people who are accessing spiritual healing help to be of service to a community or to individuals.
So I'm curious about how we can utilize shamanism as a tool, and how, yeah. Go ahead.
It's a very good question. So there are some people like me who are doing it more professionally as a shamanic practitioner, and even the title says it, business shaman, kind of like merge the shamanic insights with some consultancy and coaching. Yet for me, it is very important that the process of shamanic journeying, which is kind of like a visualization to your inner self within the world map of the shamanic world perspective, can be really resourceful for anyone that can do it. There is no specific skill set needed, only knowing the process and having trust that this is real and safe to do.
Yeah. So speaking of that it's real and safe to do, are there any safety measures that one should be aware of?
So first of all, when we are going into the shamanic journey, you should be in a safe place in the ordinary world. And I'm saying this is kind of like the ordinary world is where we eat and breathe and sleep. Mm-hmm. So be in an undisturbed manner. That's kind of like true for any ceremonies. And then in the shamanic journeying, we are accessing very deliberately and consciously a kind of dream world, like in respective to that Aboriginal painting, they are going into the dreamland. And we are going into the shamanic realm, which has a middle world, an upper world, and a lower world. And the filter that we are setting is that we are going only in touch with compassionate, helping spirits, loving and kind, that have the best intention. And if you are doing it together with another shamanic practitioner, that's also the main intention, that like a person like me who is guiding the shaman, we are kind of like setting that overall filter. And every practitioner for themselves are saying, I'm open to helping kind and loving spirits that are transcendent.
So if I wanted to go look into more about shamanism, could you recommend some resources that I might be able to access?
Yes, there are wonderful books around, like The Way of a Shaman, written by Michael Harner, who himself, he passed away last year, but he has started the Foundation of Shamanic Studies that you can find online under shamanism.org, where the foundation is offering weekend-long beginner workshop, The Way of a Shaman, like the book. And you learn there the practice of journeying, but also some other divinations and a lot more about the cosmology of shamanism. Or there is Sandra Ingerman is very active online. She just offers now beginning of January, an online workshop on accessing shamanic journeying through Shift Network. Is it offered? Or then there is the possibility to it be in exchange with you, Lily, or with me, someone that has done it already, who knows a little bit more, that can give access and practice. What it basically is, a shamanic journeying is either through using the rattle or deliberate drums. We are shifting the concept, the focus of our consciousness inward, and then we are journeying to the middle world, the upper world, or the lower world, to seek spiritual allies and that give us help and support or healing powers.
Great. Well, I mean, personally, I've always, like I've said before, I've enjoyed all of the shamanic drum circles and everything that you've brought me to and that you've led yourself. So very excited to be a part of it. Was there anything else that you wanted to share in this video?
In the world map of a shamanic perspective, people are saying there are ghosts and there are mischievous beings or something like this, and in our world we don't have that. Mm-hmm. There are just energies or spirits that are at the wrong place at the wrong time, or are disturbed or want to go somewhere. And for those matters, I really recommend not to do it by yourself as a hobby, a shamanic practitioner, or getting insights or contacting them and try to get in dialogue, rather seek professional help as a safety measure. Not because it's dangerous, just because if someone is disturbed and angry as another human being, you never know how they react. So, right. But other than that, no, it's shamanic perspective for the world is a ancient tradition that we can use in the 21st century equally, just a little bit upgraded. And if you're following it through with positive intention and with your own personal integrity, it can be something very, very resourceful.
Absolutely.
Great. So thank you so much for having that little dialogue with me, and seeing you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Of course.